What a weird bike. It's so weird. It's so strange. Honest to God. Right then, boys and girls, as you can see, this is not my usual ride. The baby Duke is in for its service, so I've been loaned a Husqvarna Vitpilen 401. I thought I was going to end up getting an RC390. I was absolutely buzzing my tits off, but you know. I thought I was getting an RC390 for some strange reason, and I've ended up getting this Husqvarna Vitpilen 401, which is basically the same bike as mine. It's got the same frame, same engine, just different ergos. But yeah, let's have a initial thoughts. I've only rode about what, 4 miles on it, and I've already kind of made my decision on it because you kind of do. Off the bat, it's a really uncomfortable bike. To me, it just looks like a bike that's for show, you know, like a show bike, a cafe racer. But it's a high seat height. Handlebars are clip-ons. I don't know what to say. It's like a naked fairing sports bike. You know, like I say, it's a cafe racer. But it's weird. Second off, what else can you see? You've got the heads-up display. I think it's awful. You can hardly see it. It doesn't really give you a lot of information. There's no TFT or anything like that. Mirrors are horrendous. They give you good visibility, but they look horrendous, but I suppose they do the job. And how does it run? That's the main question, because, well, it's a motorbike. It runs exactly like my 390. Feels the same, just a bit smoother, because obviously it's a 2018 bike. It's a loan bike, so they keep that service. Now, I don't know if this thing has ABS, to be honest. I haven't tried it out. How is it for size? Width wise, it feels about the same as my Duke. Like I said, it's the same frame. Length wise, it's really long. The chassis is really small, but the back wheel, and it's got the rear hugger type registration plate, you know, that feels really long. So its turning circle's not the best. It's a very long bike. I haven't tried it really in any proper corners yet. And I've only given it one quick blast up to 60, and it was, like I said, it was smooth. I don't know, I think it might be exhaust in it. It's got an Acropovic exhaust on it. It's got a baffling. Thank you. Its clutch is really light. I'm not lying, it's a lot lighter than the Duke. I don't know if it's got a slipper clutch on it. I don't know if it's got ABS on it. I didn't really get told much about it. I don't want to try it in case I break the bike, but it's a lot smoother. It's a real lighter. I can really two-finger the clutch, to be honest. If you have got one and you're watching this, or you're in the market for one, I'm not trying to put you off it. I'm not saying it's a bad bike. This is, like I say, it's my just first impressions. But looks-wise, it's not what I'd go for. Ergonomics-wise, if it's your everyday bike, it's not something I'd go for. It depends if you're a tall rider. I think you'd actually be more uncomfortable on this than a short rider, because I'm quite lent over. And like I say, small rider, small torso, so God knows what it'd be like if you're a... oh, there's no oh shit, no lights. Alright, it's the same engine as the 390. I think because of the position you're in, that really did feel a lot quicker than my bike. I don't know if it was because it was smoother, which is quite depressing. I'm going to try it on some corners if I can get past this car. Alright, it's got... right. Honest to God, it's like I say, it's my initial thoughts, but it's a real smooth bike. It is really smooth, especially for a single. I think it's got ride-by-wire on as well, same as the Duke. But it picks up speed quick. I don't know how light it is. I really don't know any specs on it. I don't know if it revs higher than mine with it being the same engine, but it doesn't feel like it's going to blow up. As you rev my bike, I know it's a single and it's not going to blow up, but it does feel like that. Woo! Doesn't sound that bad.
It's weird how my perception of the bike's changing throughout the video. I've never ridden a sports type bike, you know, and I know this isn't, but it's got clip-ons. So right, let's say I've never ridden a high rear set clip-on bike. I've never cornered on one, and now I realise why they're all the shit. Just that one corner then was pretty good, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to tell you what speed to go up to, but it picked up a lot quicker than the Duke, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have a little look when I'm editing this to see if it is the same size engine, see if it's a few more cylinders, because it does feel a lot quicker than the Duke, and I don't know why, because it's not as aerodynamic. On a track, on a straightaway, you can reach about 115 on this, not lying. It looks like it's got a lot more to give. Right, it's got ABS, guys. I thought I'd have to test it out for you. It does have ABS. Oh my god! This bike is pretty quick. Oh my god, I'm quite sad to be saying this, but it's quicker than the Duke, and I know the Duke's only a small bike, but it is quicker than the Duke. I reckon you can proper have some fun on a twisty road on this bad boy. Now, the seat is not a comfy seat, and I know this isn't a bike you want to do touring on, but I don't know if it's a bike that you'd want to buy for an everyday bike. Sitting on this bike every day, go to work and back, if your journey's over 10 miles, it's going to take a serious effect on your backside. Honestly, you might have a dent in your bum. As a toy, just something to ride, it's quite fun, you know what I mean? I can see why grown men with like Africa Twins and 1290 GS's and whatever, 1200 GS's go for little bikes to have a bit of fun on. But I am already working. I think I've done what, 10 mile? So like I said, if that were your journey to work, you'd be aching, let's put it that way. Now this doesn't have a TFT screen or anything like that. It's got no supermoto mode or KTM My Ride, because it really don't like it, just is, it basically is a KTM. But it don't have any of these fancy options, which is a cafe racer, or it's a modern neon retro cafe racer thing. Each to their own. I say, I don't know how much this retails for. You might have to do your own if you're in the market for it. But yeah, I'll give you a few photos. I'll give you a quick walk around. But I mean, apart from that, this has been the Husqvarna Vitpilen 401 or Vitpilen. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you do, leave a like. If you are brand new around here, make sure to smash that subscribe button. But guys, apart from that, this has been JB on Motovlogging, and I'm out. Peace.